Audio check. Testing 1, 2, 3.
There's a mic check. Check 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. This is a mic check. All right, racing fans, we're live here on Pixel Perfect Productions, and I'm here with Dennis Dioru, owner of Simply Royal Stable. Trina, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. Thanks.
So we have the draw coming up shortly here. You have Stormy Victory in the 17th running of the Guyana Cup. What are you expecting from the draw? What post position will suit you best?
Well, I prefer somewhere in the middle because, you know, he's a bit slow early in the race, so he's a late runner. So I'll prefer somewhere in the middle, you know, it will be a good draw for him.
Any ideas who will be riding Stormy Victory in the event?
I given the Ramnarine another shot because, you know, he's the exercise rider. I think he understands him well.
Yeah, and I know Stormy Victory is coming off of that win back in March at Kennard in the Pagua Cup, and he showed some good running style last time out at Kennard. Tell me about his training. How do you have him right now leading up to the Guyana Cup next Sunday?
Well, we used the last week race for a little prep as a prep race for him. You know, he wasn't 100%, but I think he's very sharp now, and we could expect a big run from him next week in the Guyana Cup.
You have two other horses on the undercard. Let's talk about the USA bred Morning Colors. How is this horse shaping up leading up to the assignment ahead of him?
Well, she's always been showing speed. You know, we started her in a mile last week, but was, as I said, was just to give them a shot, give them a prep race. But she will be very good in the Sprint Classic. She's a fast horse, so she should do well in the sprint.
We haven't seen Cremo for quite some time. Tell me about the comeback trail for Cremo with the assignment coming up next week for him.
Well, Cremo, she's been doing well over months, you know, where we keep her going and waiting for this big event, the Guyana Cup. So hopefully she will be running in the F-Class mile. She should be doing good there. We got her in good condition.
All right, well, best of luck, and we'll see you next Sunday on the track.
Thank you.
All right, racing fans, that's owner Dennis Dioru from the Simply Royal Stables sending out Stormy Victory in the Guyana Cup. All right, racing fans, we're back here live on Pixel Perfect Productions via the Jumbo Jet events, and we're here with Slingers Racing Stable owner Javid Ali. Mr. Ali, good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, thank you.
All eyes will be on your stable with the 17th running of the Guyana Cup. How many entrants do you have this year?
For the Guyana Cup, 3. We have 3 of them.
And what are you looking forward to on this upcoming draw? Any particular post position you're looking for a particular horse? Tell me what's going through your mind.
Yeah, it depends. We would like to get the outside post if we're lucky enough. Yeah.
Leave Kremlin for that. Let's talk about return of it. How is his training going leading up to this event?
Return, he been doing good. It's a horse we were very proud of how we came. We brought him as and he advanced. He keep improving and doing he improved a lot. His races he did good for the year so far. So it's a horse that we expect a great run from him.
Who on his comeback trail performed well, winning the Emancipation Cup last time out. Your thoughts on his comeback trail?
Yeah, we're very proud of El Tarzan because the horse is one of the first horses we brought from Brazil. It's a horse that ran second at the Guyana Cup behind Easy Time, I think, came first. He got injured and he took a while, almost a year and a half. We tried to bring him back, but to me, like we rushed him, it was too early. And we finally decided to give him the run Emancipation Cup. And he proved to be the horse we know, El Tarzan, He's a horse don't sleep on him. He's a dangerous horse.
Let's talk about the big boy, Olympic Kremlin, all guns going after him. How has his training been going leading up to this event?
You just mentioned the name Olympic Kremlin and I kind of get some chills there when you say the name. He's excellent. He hasn't run for the year since the year started because of the weather and everything. And we didn't choose to bring him back at the last 2 meets. Give him some time to make sure he get on good. But the Kremlin so far he's doing excellent. He's doing good.
With the post position draw for Kremlin matter or it does or not? What's your mind thoughts on that?
Yeah, we really like to get him out of the crowd, get him to break on the outside. But if he doesn't, he's a horse that he doesn't have to go. He can wait and then come from so it doesn't really matter. But if it will be good to get him on the outside if we can.
You have some other horses running on the day. Care to mention those on the undercard?
Yeah, definitely. The John Bull is one of our favorite, the crowd favorite. Is one of our, a horse that we love a lot at the stable. He's been consistent since he came to Guyana. And we decided to put him in the Spring Classic, put him to run there. Because all the horses at the stable, all of them came in the farm. So we had to decide who we put where and who we do where. And by Tarzan coming back now, we decided give him a chance back at the Guyana Cup. So John Bull in the Spring Classic. And I think he's very dangerous there as well. So we got to wait and see.
I was learning about a horse named Holy Moly Moses. Can you give me a short, brief assessment on this horse?
Well, it's a horse my friend from Miami, Zari, he's a training at Gulfstream. He saw the horse and he had a jockey with him and they saw the horse exercise at Gulfstream. We were kind of waiting to see what the other contenders them would have been like if any new horses would have come to Guyana. So even though we were confident that the horses we had at the stable, we were looking to see what Junior would have bring, what Ginger would have bring, what James would have bring, or anyone else. And then we were keeping, we have horses in Brazil. We have Gallo White, which is, he qualified for the Latin America Cup. That's why we didn't bring him. But we had other horses like Olympic North, Olympic National, and we were looking to see what the competitions are like. If they bring them, don't bring them. If we're good. And Zari said, hey, Javid, I found the horse. I said, what's the name? He said, Holy Moly Moses. So the name was, but we got him. We ended up buying him. He's at Gulfstream. He's expected to ship on Monday. So, but we have him as a reserve to see. But we are confident with the horses. But we still training every day. So he's just there in case anything.
And in terms of your jockeys, I know your arsenal is with Chavez and last year's winning jockey Goulart. Any other surprises for the fans?
No. Another jockey coming from right Tarzan. So we're good with the jockeys. All Brazilians.
Well, best of luck. Everybody's coming at you and good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, that's Javid Ali from the Slingers Racing Stables. You heard it right here on Pixel Perfect Productions as he's going all guns blazing. Olympic Kremlin, the odds-on favorite in the Guyana Cup.
West Side is the best side.
The battle returns. On Sunday, August 17th, the 17th running of the Guyana Cup gallops into action at Rising Sun Turf Club. Who takes it this time? Slingers again? Jagdeo Stables, Jumbo Jet Racing Stable, or will Jay's Racing Stable crush the competition and rewrite history? Over $50 million in cash and prizes on the line. Gates open 9 a.m. First race at 11 a.m. Concert from 7 p.m. Powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. Jumbo Jet, AJM Enterprise, Seesaw Mechanical Workshop, Alvin Charamuto, Associated Construction, Jay's Supermarket, Chris Jagdeo Construction, Forrester, JS Engineering, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, and One Guyana. This is horsepower. This is racing. This is the Guyana Cup. Guyana Cup. Guyana, are you ready for the experience of a lifetime? On Sunday, August 17th, the Rising Sun Turf Club transforms into the ultimate festival of sport and culture. The 17th running of the Guyana Cup by day and the Super Concert by night. Live on stage, the King of Soca, Marshall Montano, and the Monk Band. Dance Hall's Gaza General, Popcorn, and the Chutney King, Ravi B and his full band. 20,000 fans, one massive celebration. General VIP and VVIP zones waiting for you. This epic day is powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country and Jumbo Jet. And brought to you by Faisal Excavating, Sawa Investment Inc., BM Soat, Saw Construction Inc., the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, and One Guyana. Get your tickets now. August 17th, the Guyana Cup and Super Concert. Don't miss it. First time ever in Berbice. The concert of a lifetime is here. Yo, one golden stage. Ravi B. Popcorn. Marshall Montano. On the golden event. August 17th at the Rising Sun Turf Club. The Guyana Cup. Presented by Jumbo Jet. Powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country.
fans, we're back here on Pixel Perfect Productions here, and I'm talking with the groom of Mystery Cat, Brandon Deolal. Brandon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So you have Mystery Cat coming up in the locally bred Juvenile Stakes. Tell me about Mystery Cat. What has been the lead up to this event? Tell me about the training of her.
Training is horrible right now. Like, horrible, really horrible. We get in place for work or anything. She got to know kind of work that she needs, but we gotta try anything with her.
Tell me about what post position you're looking forward here. Do you think she is better for her on the inside, the center of the track, or on the outside? What are your connections looking forward to?
The center track, like 3 or 4, would be nice.
Any ideas who you'll be having Mystery Cat riding?
Probably Jamie. Yeah.
All right, well, best of luck coming up in this Juvenile Championship.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, that's Brandon Deolal, who sends out Mystery Cat, the groom, in the Juvenile Stakes presented by KP Jagdeo General Contractors Limited.
Yes.
No play, me say, no way. We don't want no part of that. I need a stress reliever. 2 drinks in my hand and a girl in the middle. That's the gun we need to find the middle. For the sake of peace of mind. So the middle of the road is where you'll find me and my friends and them, because we work so hard all week. We deserve a party. We deserve it. Say we deserve it. Yeah, we deserve it. Tell all your friends and them. Tell all the girl and them. Bring all your friends and them. And let's get it started. I say, oh yo, all folk I must take a jump. And like we started by the jump. Like we started by the jump. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Light it up, bring the shots and light it up. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Look at vibes in the back, watch bacchanal in the front. Party on the road, there's a party on the road. Everybody on the road. So let's see your hands up in the air, wave them up in the band. People from everywhere, welcome up to the land of the party. We love to party. Well, yo, cause life is for the living, so we live in it. And thanks it's to be given, so we give it. So don't be late, the truck and them can't wait. We are thing to celebrate. I'm telling you, hard work without the smart work. It now work. We don't want no part of that. I need work so hard every week. We deserve a party. In the
You want to hear too?
The folks at the back, I'm looking at one particular guy who's enjoying a laugh. The folks at the back, I'm ready to commence with the program. I'm asking that you join me at the front and take your seats. Folks at the back, I'm going to ask for one final time that you fill the seats that were catered for you. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hema Singh, and I'm the Deputy Events Manager of Guyana Cup 2025. Mr. and Mrs. Mohammed, Senior, I acknowledge your presence. Mr. and Mrs. Mohammed, Junior, I acknowledge your presence. I acknowledge the presence of the remainder of the Jumbo Jet family, our main corporate sponsor banks, DIH Limited. I've got in the front row, well, to our head table, I've got Ms. Forrester. I've got in the front row, Mr. Brian. I've got Mr. Marty Moore, and I've got Ms. Jennifer with us. To all of our other valued sponsors, Dr. Walron and his entire team, horse owners, jockeys, trainers, members of the media, and all other protocols being observed, I'm taking the very first opportunity to welcome you to what promises to be a truly wonderful afternoon. Thank you. Now, despite having a fully operational equipment and trucks business, the Jumbo Jet family made special efforts to participate in the development of horse racing as a sport in Guyana. Hence, the family hosts the annual Guyana Cup horse race, which became one of the biggest horse racing events in the entire Caribbean, attracting patrons and participants from as far as the United States, the United Kingdom, Brazil, Suriname, Canada, and I think that number is only going to grow at the participation level. We're here this afternoon for the 17th draw of 5 eventful races, including the 17th running of the Banks Guyana Cup. This is our golden year. It's happening on the 17th, and it's our 17th running. As a nation, we know we've made remarkable strides in the horse racing fraternity, from securing our first win with our very first entry, Harrow, from the One Guyana Racing Stable, an accomplishment we should all be proud of. And that was done in the prestigious Sandy Lane Gold Cup, to now celebrate the gazetting of the Guyana Horse Racing Authority Act, tabled by the government of Guyana, which only indicates us witnessing firsthand a transformative era for the sport in Guyana. With that being said, and with the year starting with a bang, we're determined to keep that momentum going with the same energy, hype, and national pride. So what did we do? To elevate the excitement and bring the thrill to greater heights, we've secured 3 international star performances to headline our upcoming Guyana Cup event. We'll have Marshall Montano and his band, we'll have Popcorn and his band, and Ravi B and his band. First time ever happening in Berbice, in all of Guyana, and in all of the Caribbean. Additionally, for the first time on the actual track of the Rising Sun Turf Club, we will introduce the Guyana Cup Parade, a vibrant showcase of our rich cultural diversity infused with the electric vibes of Carnival. This will not just be a day at the races, but a full celebration of Guyanese spirit, unity, and pride. This is what I consider to be the best part. The Guyana Cup 2025 is guaranteed to feature one of the largest purses in the entire Caribbean, offering unprecedented rewards for our horse owners and stables. It's more than just race now. It's all about a legacy in the making. With that being said, I'd like to start this afternoon's program. And in doing so, I wish to invite someone that's very special to formally do so. Mr. Dennis DeRoop has been in the horse racing fraternity for 27 years, and he has secured wins in multiple local competitions. Score Even, his golden baby, I'd like to say, has secured him 18 wins and 9 second places, earning him a total of $30 million. He's upheld the functions of Deputy Regional Chairman for 10 years and has a strong educational background in business management and administration. In recognition of your valued contributions to the horse racing community and our continued support for the sports development in Guyana, I'd be honored to invite Mr. DeRoop to deliver the official horse owners address at this year's Guyana Cup 2025 draw.
Thank you, Hemel, for those wonderful words. And it brings back a lot of memories when that horse name called, you know. Anyway, my task is very simple this afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I must say how happy I am to see so many horse owners at this event. I think this is the best attendance for horse owners in all the events where we launched the Guyana Cup. So this is a good sign. And on behalf of the horse owners, I'm speaking on all of your behalf today. So I'm happy that, I have many of you supporting here. First of all, I'd like to thank the Jumbo Jet family. They've made a huge investment in this sport 17 years ago. And when it started, it wasn't that big, but it grew every year. And we have reached a stage now, I think it will be this year, will be the biggest or the highest paid purse anywhere in the Caribbean. And I want to, first of all, on behalf of the horse owners, to thank the Jumbo Jet family for keeping this sport alive, and not only alive, but growing every year. Junior, not forgetting him, Junior has been doing a lot of work, not being recognized, most of the times. But I want to say that all the horse owners appreciate your work, Junior. You've been doing a wonderful job. You've been working with horse owners, and I think we've moved a long way. Horse owners too, even though we have recently had the legislation, we have run races in this country for many, many years without legislation and without major incident. Incident-free, most of the races were run incident-free. And that is because of the cooperation of the racetracks and more so the horse owners. So I want to, give a big hand for the horse owners too. Banks DIH has played a big role. And it become a household name in the sport of horse racing. And we must appreciate the efforts Banks DIH. They have invested significantly over the years, not only in the Guyana Cup, but many, many other horse racing events. So I want to thank them on behalf of the horse owners. I want to thank Banks DIH. And also I want to use the opportunity to urge other beverage facility, other businesses to come on board, because we see the growth in our country and the growth of horse racing. So I want to use this opportunity to urge others, businesses to come on board, just like Banks DIH. As I said, recently we had the legislation passed, and I want to, on behalf of the horse owners, I want to say special thanks to the President especially. He has made a commitment to us that he will get the legislation passed, and he is willing to work with us to move this sport forward. So on behalf of the horse owners, I want to thank His Excellency the President. Also, Minister is not here, but I could tell you the Minister of Sport, Minister Charles Ramson, has been working with us over the last year and a half. In fact, we had close to 50 meetings, and all the meetings he was present. So that shows the commitment of the government and more so Minister Charles in getting the legislation passed. And we want to show appreciation on behalf of the horse owners. So going forward, I know, the Guyana Cup is expected to grow, but we're basically for the horse owners, we're looking at all the racing facility, and as a sport as a whole, we want the sport to grow. And maybe many other tracks could follow suit, and maybe many other promoters could follow suit, and we'll have much more bigger events. I know the Ministry of Agriculture is playing also a big role. I want to thank Minister Zulfikar Mustafa. He's represented by Dr. Waldron today, and he will tell you more the role the Ministry of Agriculture will be playing. So all in all, horse owners want to work with all the stakeholders and to see this sport grow from strength to strength. Once again, thank you, and Junior, all the best to Guyana Cup 2025.
Thank you so much, Mr. Deerup. Before I proceed with this afternoon's program, Mr. Chan Kennard, can you take a stand for me, please? The spotlight is on you this afternoon for the main reason that after the passing of Mr. Kennard, Mrs. Kennard has continued the legacy of horse racing in honor of her husband. She is the matriarch and honorary president of the Kennard Memorial Turf Club. Mrs. Kennard, we all give your hats today. Thank you so much. To return with the regular program, our next speaker represents years of partnership, dedication, and unwavering commitment. From the very inception of the Guyana Cup, they've played a pivotal role in its successful execution and helping to shape the event into the premier event that it is today. Ms. Sonia holds a master's in business administration from the University of South Wales, UK, a Bachelor of Science in social work from the University of Guyana, and a diploma in project management from edExcel, UK. In 2016, she was awarded the Distinguished Toastmaster Award, being the youngest Guyanese to hold such a title at a time, and in 2021, she was awarded as one of the 25 Influential Women Leaders awardees. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Sonia Forrester, who is the Training Communications Executive at Banks DIH Limited.
Thank you, Ms. Singh. Good afternoon, everyone, and protocol established. I want to start by, of course, thanking you for being here and to say that it is really a great honor and great pride that we as Banks DIH continue to support this partnership and see the benefit as we go through the years. I would like to also express gratitude to the organizers Jumbo Jet for Bread Racing Committee, yes, for their hard work and also for giving us and entrusting us with this esteemed role, which is as an official sponsor. The Banks Beer Guyana Cup holds a significant and special place in our hearts, and we know that for the horse racing enthusiasts, it also is a special, special part of all that you do in Guyana here. And we continue to be proud to support it as the official sponsor through our flagship product and brand, Banks Beer. We are also pleased that we are able to also include our brand, Coca-Cola, this year. You see, at Banks DIH Limited, we believe in the power of partnership and the value that they bring to the community and to our brands. This sponsorship, which we continue to happily collaborate on, represents a combination of our shared vision and the promotion and development of the sport of horse racing in Guyana. Our commitment to supporting this community is one that we continue to take very seriously through our sponsorship, significant contributions, and the way in which we show up every year for this event. In closing, I would like to once again express our sincere gratitude to the organizers, the participants, the horse owners, and all those who continue to make the Banks Beer Guyana Cup a significant success and a reality in this 2025 year. We are also excited about what lies ahead and the tremendous potential this sport continues to hold for Guyana. We want to also congratulate the organizers for their 17th year, and we do see, especially from what we just heard, the significant impact this sport is having on the horse owners, the jockeys, and all those who are a part of it. As the title sponsor, we continue to spare no effort in ensuring that this year's Banks Beer Guyana Cup is truly an unforgettable experience for all involved. We wish you all the best, and we wish you a successful event and a successful Guyana Cup 2025 from the home of Banks Beer, Banks DIH Limited. Thank you.
Thank you very much for delivering those remarks, Mrs. Forrester. Next on the program is Mr. Dwight Walron, who's the CEO of the Guyana Livestock Development Authority. Just to give a very brief background, he is Guyana's delegate to the World Animal Health Organization and has been involved in the industry for more than 26 years. He's returned 20 years ago, volunteering his services in horse racing, and he still remains proud of that, as he remains committed to continue and to fervently do that. A fun fact that he mentioned to me earlier this afternoon was that he was the man behind the coining of the name of the committee of Jumbo Jet Thoroughbred Horse Racing, which now affords us the opportunity to stand as 17 years later to witness the 17th draw. Dr. Waldron, please come and take over for me. You've been in this for way too long.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. From the bar, when you look over, this seems as though we're in a pre-Kentucky Derby setting. And that was mentioned to me also by Javid. So please, we should be happy. We need some energy in this place, so please. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to acknowledge the presence of the Mohammed family and all the sponsors that we have here. I know we have quite a number of sponsors, and when you look back at what would have transpired in previous years, I think we're on the right path. So, Murty, I know you, it seems as though you would have passed the baton, but you're here, which still signals, something good for the sport of horse racing. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to just mention one thing before I ask you to allow me to do a retrospective look into the entire horse racing fraternity. 2 years ago, I think we had the launch here. 3 years ago, yes. No, it was over at Pegasus, correct. And at that event, Mrs. Mohammed, Rose Mohammed, would have said to me, because at that time, remember, I had the champion, and she retired a champion. So my little champion was there with me, Shamina. So Mrs. Mohammed said to me, Doc, why not encourage your daughter to get involved in pageantry? And we thought about it and we gave it a shot. And do you know she ended up being the first Caribbean culture queen for Guyana? That is to show you the Mohammed family just not involved in business. When you look at the social upbringing, when you look at their social commitments, it is widespread. So for that, I want to publicly say thank you very much. And Shamina, to Shamina's left, and Guyana has been doing such a wonderful job over the past 3 years. After Shamina was crowned the first Caribbean culture queen for Guyana, Guyana won the two consecutive years after that. And the current queen is next to her, stand queen. So let everyone see you. You should be proud. We're all proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, horse racing for us is a passion. It's something that usually causes adrenaline to go above in some instances. However, at the end of the day, the competitive spirit is always important because it's a sport, and it is something that usually brings all of us together. My colleague spoke about the ministry and our commitment and what we are doing at the ministry, more specifically the Guyana Livestock Development Authority, and I'm the head of that organization. I am not sure if you guys would remember what we all passed through during COVID. Following COVID, Guyana, we would have put together a paper and we were able to attain the pandemic fund. Guyana now has access to that pandemic fund. And the former minister, Dr. Ramsamy, was very instrumental in assisting us. Why that is important, you might want to know what's the nexus. No other sport event in Guyana would have the crowd that we had last year and what we're going to have this year, which means we will have congregating of large amount of persons in one location. That means there's the possibility of disease spread. What that means for us as a country. And there is where the strategic approach by the government came into being, where we would have invested strategically in our laboratory to ensure that we can test for all zoonotic diseases. And for those of you who are not clear on that, zoonotic diseases are those that affect both animal and human. So it is important for us to understand this today is not something that happened overnight. Excuse me. From our end at the ministry, we will continue to plan, support Junior and the team. I want to pause here because I remember I saw, what's her name, Miss Farida from Sophia. I saw her somewhere. When we met at number 23, at the bar, we had our meeting, our little meeting under that building, and we were trying to put together a robust document that can stand scrutiny in all spheres. And she would have mentioned, she said, the thing must have jumbo jet involved. And when she said so, right away, it clicked to me. I said, you know what, Jumbo Jet Thoroughbred Racing Committee. And that is what gave birth to all of this. And that is why today I am happy to be here, not only as a representative of the ministry, but also a horse racing enthusiast, a former racehorse owner, and yes, I might later in life be going back into it because it's something that I hold dear to me, but for now, building the industry is more important. So with those few words, Madam Chair, I want to yield to you, and I also want to wish all the horse owners all the best come next Sunday. And please, at the end of the day, we all can't win, but when the emotional, part kicks in, just remember the one phrase or a name, emotional damage. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Walren, for giving us multiple reflections within your history of being within the fraternity. And I also do take this opportunity to recognize the three queens in our presence. The three-peat, we've got Shaquana, Shamina, and Shadiamah. Congratulations, ladies. I'm going to divert from the program very briefly to welcome the son of Mr. Junior Muhammad, Jaden Muhammad, to deliver very brief remarks.
How do you put this down? Good afternoon, everyone, and a special welcome to Ministerial Culture, Youth, and Sports Minister Charles Ramson. My name is Ajruddin Jaden Muhammad, son of Najruddin Muhammad Jr. I just want to take this time to thank all the sponsors that helped with our 17th running of the Guyana Cup. Horse racing has been in our family for a long time. My Aja has did it, and now my dad is carrying it on. It's our tradition, our passion, and something that brings our family together. I can't wait for the day I could take the reins from you, Dad. But I must say that you are doing an amazing job. Thank you all again for coming and supporting.
Thank you so much, Jaden, for that very, very, very sweet tribute to both your grandfather and your dad. We look forward to welcoming you to the racing fraternity in the future. Next on the program is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Uncle Jumbo, I'm not taking that credit from you, okay? It's just that, the mantle was passed on to Mr. Junior Muhammad. Now, Junior has obviously been the driving force behind the Guyana Cup, and it's now elevated to a premier thoroughbred racing event that has now become a calendar event within the Caribbean program. Obviously, he's announced an unprecedented prize pool exceeding $50 million across 11 races this year, making it one of the richest race days in Guyana and the Caribbean's history. He's the chief innovator and key visionary behind Guyana Cup. I remember one of the first encounters I've had with Mr. Junior Muhammad was after a consultation with the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport. I stormed after him to say, hey, you're a jumbo jet boy, right? Tell me how I handle this betting thing. He never taught me the trick because he said there's no trick. So here I am still trying to figure out the chemistry, but he sucked me into horse racing, and I'm enjoying every single bit of it. So, Mr. Muhammad, I welcome you to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. Well, as you all know, I don't really like the podium. I should have given Jaden to do my speech. He does much better than me, and I was surprised with that one. Maybe next year you could take over. Good evening again. I was at the head table, special guests, our sponsors, horsemen, racing fans. Welcome to the Guyana Cup draw. First, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. Special thank you to Banks DIH, who have been with us from the start, and the Ministry of Sports for helping to make this day possible. To our horse race lovers, racing fans, COVID, 2 years, all the racetracks were shut down. You kept the sport alive with match races on all the dams and wherever you could find to do the races. Those days are gone, and today the dream is alive. This year we have $50 million across the board, with $10 million for the winner of the Guyana Cup. We've came a very, very far away. And with the new Horse Racing Act, thanks to the government of Guyana and Minister Charles, our sport's been ready to fly higher than ever, and the rocket just took off. Stepping aside from the promotion as a promoter and heading as a supporter of the Jumbo Jet Racing Stable, to the Slingers Racing Stable. You won last year in every main event from then to now, but this year we're coming hard. Back to the racing. When we started 19 years ago, we knew it, we dreamt it, and like I just said, here it is today. 105 entries, 105 confirmed entries, first time ever in Guyana's history. And we know, and maybe one day, we'll have a 2-day Guyana Cup, just like the Breeders' Cup in the US. Hopefully next year. This Sunday, August 17th, at the Rising Sun Turf Club. Just 1 hour from here where I'm standing, we'll see 11 exciting racing. The gates would open at 9 a.m. We added 300 feet of bleachers in the venue for our racing fans. And the Banks Village that we just incorporated into the Guyana Cup, it's an area for kids, the families. We'll have lots of giveaways, free ice cream, right, Marty? 6:30 sharp, the big concert with Ravi B, Popcorn, Marshall, with their full bands will begin. And it's going to be nothing but a movie come Sunday, August 17th. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed. Now, I realized when he did the call out, I heard some mumbling from the audience. So, Javed, I'm going to ask you live. Do you have a feedback, a response to that call out? He welcomes the competition. Now, team, the Honorable Charles Ramson has indicated that he will join us shortly. And in proceeding with the program, I want us to head on to the post-position draw. For this afternoon, we have draws for 5 races. They are the GAP Locally Bred Juvenile Stakes, sponsored by KP Jagdeo General Contractor, the Foresters International Dash, Open 2 years old, Peter Lewis Associated Construction Sprint Classic, the J. Sir Balaji Derby, and the big one, the 17th running of Banks Guyana Cup 2025. This is the reason why we're here, and let the games begin. John, I'll invite John to the podium as he will lead us through this segment.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. All protocols observed from the Jumbo Jet Racing Committee. I'm John Rupert here to conduct the post position draw, and we'll do it in order of how the program goes. I'll be asking the queens to help with the drawing. The first race we're going to draw for will be the Gap locally bred juvenile stakes presented by KP Jagdeo General Contractor. In this event, we have 9 horses going to post. Risen Star, All the Time, Firebird, Nice Time, Mystery Cat, Secret Rock, Tequila Gold, Head of the Class, and She's a Dancer. So right now I have the cup here on the table, and I'm going to show you the cup is completely empty. And then we're going to put in the 9 dice into the cup. For the 9 starters, going 5.5 furlongs. Dice number 1. Dice number 2. Dice number 3. Dice number 4. Dice number 5. Dice number 6, dice number 7, dice number 8, dice number 9. So those are the 9 going into the cup there. I'll ask one of the queens to join me here on stage as the draw will take place now for the juvenile stakes. Over on the board, the starting gate wall, we will have the lovely Nasimi will be putting up the draw numbers under the starting gate. So I'll invite one of the queens to join me here. So we will draw for the juvenile stakes. Everyone should have their program in hand and take out their first page for the GAP Juvenile Stakes. That number is number 9. Number 9, and that goes to Risen Star. Risen Star. Risen Star goes up on the board. The next number is 6. Number 6. That goes the way of All the Time. That's number 3. Number 3 will be Firebird. Number 5, Nice Time. Number 8 will be Mystery Cat. Number 4, Secret Rock. Number 7 will be Tequila Gold. Number 1, the inside post, goes to Head of the Class. And the number 6. That is 9, number 9. 9, She's a Dancer. 6. Risen Star was 9. So therefore, the last number here for She's a Dancer would be number 2. So racing fans, this is how they line up in the starting gate for the locally bred juvenile stakes, going 5.5 furlongs, presented by KP Jagdeo General Contractor, named in honor of the Gap. Number 1, Head of the Class. Number 2, She's a Dancer. 3 will be Firebird. 4, Secret Rock. 5 is Nice Time. 6 is All the Time. 7, Tequila Gold. 8 is Mystery Cat. And the outside post goes to horse number 9, Risen Star. So that's the first draw there. We're going to reset the board. And I'm just going to thank the Queen here for doing the first draw. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for our assistants. We're going to reset the board, and up next we will draw for the 2-year-old International Dash. Stay tuned. All right, racing fans, the second draw will be the International Dash for 2-year-olds, presented by Foresters. And we're going to load the cup shortly. This race covers a purse of 3.75 million Guyana currency, and we have a field of 8 going to post here for the International Dash presented by Foresters. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Those are the 8 going in. We'll ask the second queen to join us so we can conduct the draw for the Foresters International Dash for the 2-year-olds. All right, so the cup has been given a good shake here. I'd like to welcome the queen here for joining us. And the first number she is drawing, number 8, Lucky Time. From the Shocking Racing Stable, Lucky Time, number 8. Number 7, Adios Baby. Adios Baby. Number 6, the Brazilian bred Milano, Italy. Number 3 will be Miracle Queen. We do apologize for that error. Miracle Queen, 2-year-old filly, now number 3. Number 2 is Moonlit Dancer. The inside post goes to She's So In Charge, number 1. She's So In Charge, number 1. Number 4 is Rock My World. And the final horse here, number 5, is Sky Dancer. I want to thank the Queen for joining us here. Thank you. Our racing fans, we're looking at the starting gate wall, and this is how they line up in the starting gate for the International Dash, presented by Foresters for 2-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs. Number 1, She's So In Charge. Number 2 is Moonlit Dancer. Number 3 is Miracle Queen. Number 4 is Rock My World. Number 5 is Sky Dancer. Number 6 is Milano, Italy. Number 7 is Adios Baby. And on the outside, number 8 is Lucky Time. That's the field for the International Dash presented by Foresters. All right, so we're going to reset the board now. And up next, we're going to draw now for the Peter Lewis Associated Construction Sprint Classic. And this is where we're going to have the crowd intervention, because I'm going to be calling the owners randomly to draw for this upcoming event. We have 9 horses going to post here. 9 runners in the Peter Lewis Associated Construction Sprint Classic.
Please let them know that the rule is that 6 and 9 looks alike, but the first one that's drawn that looks out of the 2, it'll be an automatic 6.
So racing fans, take note that the 6 and the 9 looks very similar, but the first one we draw, it's usually be the 6. All right, the 9 dies already into the cup. Let's call on, let me see. Anybody volunteering first? And an owner want to volunteer to come and draw before I call randomly on the spot? All right. First horse here, let's call on Fahad Habibullah. Fahad? Good. All right, so while Fahad makes his way, Miss Singh will reset the cup. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. And number 9. So the 5 dice are in there. Going to ask Fahad now to draw the first number here in the Associated Construction Sprint Classic presented by Peter Lewis. Number 4. Number 4 will be Sote Peco Amor. Number 4, Sote Peco Amor. Could we have a representative from the Apadu stable? Anybody from the Apadu stable? A representative from the Diorup stable, the Jagdeo stable, the Jays stable, please come forward. Number 8, Grande Reina. Number 1, Morning Colors, gets the inside post. Need a representative from the Jagdeo stable, the Jays stable, and the Jumbo Jet and Slingers stable. Please send a representative. Right? Gonna draw here for Oive. Number 9 is Oive. Sorry, number 6 is Oive. First to be drawn, my apologies. Number 6, Oive. Could we have a representative from Jay's stable? Right? Trainer Ronaldo Lima is going to draw back-to-back here for Compañero Leal. Number 7 is Compañero Leal. And he's going to draw again now for Regal Man. Wait, Trina. We're going to draw here for Regal Man. Number 2, Regal Man. All right, now we need the representative from the Jumbo Jet stable. He's going to draw number 3, Barbara. All right. You're going to draw again for Jumbo Jet. Oh, this is so cute. I love it. All right, we're going to draw here for 1 sharp cookie. Number 9, 1 sharp cookie. I'm going to call on a representative from the Slingers stable to draw the final number. Number 5, John Bull. I want to thank the representative from all stables present here for this event. And here are the runners lining up in the starting gate for the Associated Construction Sprint Classic presented by Peter Lewis. Number 1, Morning Colors. Number 2, Regal Man. Number 3, Barbara. Number 4, Sote Peco Amor. Number 5 is John Bull. 6, Oive. 7 is Compañero Leal. Number 8 is Grande Reina. And on the outside, number 9, 1 Sharp Cookie. Those are the starters for the Sprint Classic. 5.6 Guyana currency $1 million for this event. There it is on the Guyana Cup starting gate wall. And we're going to take a quick second to reset the board. And coming up next, we will draw for the Sir Balaji Derby presented by Jay's Racing Stable. This Guyana-bred derby, the Jay's Sir Balaji Derby, attracts a field of 6 runners. And we're going to load the cup now with those 6 starters. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5, and number 6. All right, so we're going to be calling the representatives of the horses here to make the draw for this 1 mile event presented by Jays. So let's get a representative from Jumbo Jet Stable to draw for Jet Mode. All right, this is for Jet Mode. Let's find out. Number 5, Jet Mode. All right, a representative from the Apadu stable to draw for I Will Have Another. All right, let's find out. Number 1, I Will Have Another, gets the inside post. Let's call on a member of the Prasad Stables, Antonio Prasad Stables, to draw for Secret Traveler. All right, let's find out for Secret Traveler. Number 3. Number 3 is Secret Traveler. All right, so one representative from the Sherwin Wills stables, the Sitahal Samaru stables, and the Jays stable. This draw here is for Irish Eyes. Number 2 is Irish Eyes. Can we get a representative from the Sitahal Samaru stables to draw for Rough Time? And I'll need a representative from the Jays Racing stable to draw for Spank Me. Is there a representative to draw for Rough Time? All right, Jaden will draw for Rough Time. Number 4, Rough Time. And the trainer here is going to draw here the final one for Spank Me, which will be number 6. I want to thank the stakeholders for participating here thus far. And it's lined up on the board. Let's give a hand here for the field now for the Sir Balaji Derby presented by Jays Racing Stables going 1 mile. Number 1, I Will Have Another. Number 2 is Irish Eyes. Number 3 is Secret Traveler. Number 4 is Rough Time. Number 5 is Jet Mode. And on the outside, horse number 6 will be Spank Me. Those are the runners that will chase the $4.6 million purse in the 1 mile Guyana Derby presented by Jays, named in honor of Sir Balaji. Round of applause, racing fans. All right, we're going to take a couple of seconds to reset the board. The big one is up next here, the drawing of the Guyana Cup presented by our friends at Banks DIH. So racing fans will be using the spinning wheel. I call it the Wheel of Fortune to do this for the draw. Take note, we have 2 reserves in this year's Guyana Cup, which will be Novo Soul and Holy Moly Moses. They're going to be the 2 reserves, also known as the also eligibles. It's going to be 13 runners here. In the Banks event. All right, we're going to have the first spin now. This would be for... All right, we're going to load the 15 dice into the cup. No, it's going to be on the wheel. Oh, it's on the wheel. Okay. My apologies. We're going to be inviting the sponsors, Banks.
So this is the biggest the biggest draw for this evening's event, of course, and the methodology of this one is quite different from the others. I've got 15 envelopes. The names were randomly placed in them of the participating horses. Our main sponsor, Banks, who the race is named after, will come and pull random names. After that name for that horse is revealed, we'll spin to reveal what starting gate that horse will be beginning from. Do we understand? All right.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. It is 13 envelopes. Yeah, the also eligibles have been taken out. Yes, the 2 reserves have been removed. So it'll be 13 envelopes here. Once again, the also eligibles will be Novo Soul and Holy Moly Moses. That's 13 folders. Yeah, the reserves will be covered from the last two because we have 13 numbers up on the board. So the reserves are going to be covered up there. So we're just testing it out to show you how it's going to happen. All right, so we're going to ask our representatives from banks to draw the first folder. Let's find out. Show it to the crowd. All right, this is Nolo Contesto. Nolo Contesto from the Colin Elcock stable. Nolo Contesto. And here's the spin of the wheel. Let's find out where Nolo Contesto, this 9-year-old, will be breaking from. Post position number 11 goes to Nolo Contesto. All right, let's find out the next one here. The defending champion, Olympic Kremlin, last year's winner. Let's find out where the defending champion will defend his crown from. The dreaded inside post goes to Olympic Kremlin. Olympic Kremlin will go from post 1, I think, for the first time here in Guyana. All right, Miss Forrester will do another draw. Data Man. Data Man, okay, Data Man. Well, when I checked on Echo Base, it would tell me Data Man, but all right. Data Man from the Master C stable. Post position 4 goes to Data Man from the Master Z stable. The 5-year-old gelding. The 2 wins for Master Z came from post position number 4, so that could be a good omen there for Data Man. All right, so bear with me with this pronunciation because I still have to practice. You can show it to the crowd. Redo Brecadenia. I hope I got that right from the J's stable. Redo Brecadenia. I've got 7 days to figure it out. Post position number 2, Redo Brecanaria, representing the J's Racing Stable. The Summertime Stakes winner is up next, Retorna Vinstori. Retorna Vinstori. Let's find out a winner of the Summertime Stakes. Back on the 20th of July at Bushlot United. Number 12 is Retona Vinstori. Retona Vinstori, the summertime stakes winner, will race from post 12. Next will be Frontline Warrior. Here's the spin now for Frontline Warrior, representing the Jagdeo Racing Stable. Number 7 is now Frontline Warrior. Next will be Anthem King. Anthem King, representing the Jumbo Jet Racing Stable, the 4-year-old gelding. Here's the spin for Anthem King. Right? 12 is already taken. Got to spin again. Number 6 is now Anthem King. Anthem King is now horse number 6. Next will be Stat. Stat. We're going to spin now for the draw for Stat. Number 13 goes the way of Stat. Horse number 13. Next will be the Emancipation Cup winner, El Tarzan. Let's make the spin now for the Emancipation Cup winner, El Tarzan. Number 3 will now be El Tarzan. Mapa do Brazil. Make the spin here for the Mapa do Brazil, representing the Jays Racing Stable, this 5-year-old. Post position 5 is now Mapa do Brazil. Loyal Company. The next spin is for Loyal Company, representing the Jagdeo Racing Stable. Right, gotta spin again. All right, we'll spin again. Frontline Warrior already occupying the 7th stall. Yep, got to spin again. You check on the starting stall wall, you'll see the numbers available. Got 3 more spots to fill. All right, let's change spinners and see. 5's already taken. Got to spin again. The available numbers are 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, and 10, those are the 3 remaining numbers to fill the 3 remaining runners in the Guyana Cup. Let's go again. Look at that. It's a photo finish. Gotta spin again. 8, 9, and 10. Those are the numbers for the remaining 3 runners.
By vote of hands, do we continue with the remaining spots with the dice in the cup? Last try. One more. One more try.
8, 9, and 10. Is it 8, 9, and 10? 8, 9, and 10 are the 3 numbers we need.
All right, as we wait for Mr. Mohammed to assist us with the wheel, I'm going to invite Mr. Javed Ali. Please come to the front. I do have a quick question for you. Javed, we're entering into Guyana Cup 2025. We know you're the winner with Olympic Kremlin for Guyana Cup 2024. Share what the experience was like and tell us what preparations are like for this year.
Well, feeling of winning the Guyana Cup, being the most prestigious horse racing event in Guyana, as a horseman, there's nothing compared to it. It's the joy, the feeling of winning the Guyana Cup is everything you work for all year as a horseman. So winning Guyana Cup, it means a lot. Preparation, it's been going good for us so far for the year. You know, the horses are doing good. All 4 of them are, we can say, in good condition.
All 4 of them. Javed, you think we got it in the win this year?
Yeah, well, we're confident. We got to be confident, so we're confident.
Thank you very much, Javed. Any other final statements? I know you've been called out. I want a response to that.
For what?
You've been called out by Mr. Mohammed on live. That's recorded. Everybody watching the live witnessed that.
The competition is what makes the horse racing good. You know, it's nice. It's what we work for. It's what we look forward to. Going out and compete, it means a lot to us. And I must say, you know, something like Dr. Wajan was saying about the event and the atmosphere. And, you know, we have to give credit to the Jumbo Jet family, Junior, Auntie Rose, Uncle Jumbo, the whole family, everybody. You know, to put in the amount of effort and the amount of investment into this event, it means a lot. It's our local Kentucky Derby for us. You know, it's the event we look forward to every year.
That's 100% correct. Thank you so much, Javed. All right, oftentimes, they're the women behind the scenes who are the hidden ones who push the main drivers as they stay out on the road, stay on the track, train the horses, but oftentimes we don't see them on the spotlight because it's commonly known as a king's sport. So I'm going to invite Mrs. Mohammed Jr. to come forward and let's have a brief interview. Interviewing me? You want to come next? Okay.
Ask me yes or no questions.
All right, so we're going to spin in the meantime. Hold on. 1 second. And that was for which horse? Okay. All right, so I'm going to ask Mrs. Mohammed to do that spin, given that she's been taken away from my interview.
All right, this is the spin here for Loyal Company. Let's find out where Loyal Company ends up, 8, 9, or 10. All right, number 8 is now Loyal Company. All right, 2 more spots to fill in the starting gate. Let's draw now for Stormy Victory, winner of the Pagua Cup back in March at Kennard. Stormy Victory. All right, let's find out where Stormy Victory will break from. Is it post 9? Is it post 10? Let's find out. All right, so we're going to shake the dice for the last 2. Yeah. 9 and 10, let's shake the dice to find out which one gets Stormy Victory, which one gets Spankhurst. That's number 9, and this is number 10. So let's find out here now. This number we're pulling is for Stormy Victory. Number 10 is Stormy Victory, and that means that Spankhurst will break from post position number 9. I want to thank the representative from Banks, and I thank all our spinners on the Wheel of Fortune. And as you can see, racing fans, on the starting gate wall, this is how they line up in the starting gate for the historic 17th running of the 1 mile Guyana Cup, presented by Banks DIH. Number 1, the defending champion, Olympic Kremlin. Number 2 is Redo Brecandania. Number 3 is El Tarzan. Number 4 is Dataman. Number 5 is Mapa do Brasil. Number 6 is Anthem King. Number 7, Frontline Warrior. Number 8 is Loyal Company. Number 9 is Spankhurst. Number 10, Stormy Victory. Number 11 is Nolo Contesto. Number 12 is Retorna Vinstori.
I would just like to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Charles Ramson, Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport. Thank you, John.
Welcome, Honorable Minister. 12 is Retorna Vinstori, and on the outside, number 13 is Stat. Those are the horses that will line up in the starting gate for the Banks DIH 17th running of the 1 mile Guyana Cup. Again, take note, number 14, Nova Soul, and number 15, Holy Moly Moses, are the also eligibles reserves on the outside. 13 horses for the Banks Guyana Cup. Round of applause, racing fans. That completes the post position drawing. I'll now hand you back over to the chairman.
I'll make a diversion back to the program now that the Honorable Minister is here. To a man that needs not much introduction in the Guyana landscape, on the political landscape per se, we have Minister Ramson. We know him to be an attorney at law, working at Ramson, Conway Associates and Partners. He's obviously started as the youngest politician to have ever been in. He does not like all of this kind gesture from me. Now, as a former employee, as a former personal assistant to Minister Ramson, I do know that on a very personal note, but I do wish, with all protocols being observed, and in the most respectful of manner, I invite you to the podium, Minister Ramson.
So good evening, everyone. You've been here a while? Good evening, everyone. All right, so this is a celebration, right? This is a launch for one of the most important, and if not the most important, horse racing event in the country, of which the government of Guyana, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, is extremely pleased to be part of this program to support this event. As you know, horse racing has been growing significantly, growing from strength to strength. The last time that we had this engagement for the launch of the Guyana Cup, actually that was the first time that I was able to launch the Guyana Cup. I had made a commitment that we would start the process of having a horse racing act tabled in Parliament and passed, which, as you know, for all of the people who were involved here, and I see many of the horse racing aficionados and enthusiasts, you know how important that is. To regulate the industry is something that will help to transform what you love so much, and you've invested your personal time, your money, your heart, many times even your soul, into what is really a passion of love and a labor of love. I'm pleased also with all of the work that has been done after we commenced that process. After I made the announcement, we established that committee. And during that period of time, it took us about 1.5 years to complete. But we had about 37 meetings, hard and enduring meetings comparing the legislation from different parts of the region and even the world. And I see some members of the committee here, Dennis and Junior, and some of the persons who are not here too, and I'd like you to put your hands together for them. They worked extremely hard, going through provision by provision. But what's important in relation to that process was that we didn't adopt wholesale what was being done in other countries. We made a bespoke model that was just for us, something that would match where we are in the development of the industry, but also where we would like to take it. Every industry is different, but the broad principles are important. And that's where we wanted to have a modern legislation, but also matched where we are, which was, we've been involved in horse racing for a long time. There's a lot of people who are involved. It was done informally. But we also knew that we wanted to have this transform and be regulated in the best possible way. So I'm happy to know, and you also know, that that bill was tabled earlier in the year and was passed successfully by unanimous decision in the Parliament. And while, you know, investing in some of the infrastructure is really important, that infrastructure on the framework is also extremely important, because now all of the persons who are involved in horse racing, you get to take your horses overseas. All their books are recognized. They're now legitimate. you're registered with the global industry, and then also other persons, other competitors get to bring their horses to compete in Guyana too. What that does now also sets the stage now for the regulation of the gambling aspect of where and how we want to take the industry. That's also extremely important and the next step for the horse racing industry. We want to make sure that that part of it is maintained, but it's done in a modern way. And so that everyone would be able to participate and that they can trust the process, trust being able to participate and then know that nobody is going to run away with some of the proceeds or that the odds aren't stacked. So I'm extremely pleased to see how the industry has developed over the last, especially maybe two and a half years or so. This particular event, since all of you are here for the launch of this cup, I have expectations of this becoming the second or even the largest single event in the country. I have those expectations. And this event has the potential for transforming horse racing in Guyana and it becoming an international event for the entire region. So please allow me to give my unwavering support to this event. I know Junior's been working really hard towards this, and his family, they've always been supporting it, but there are a lot of persons who are here who've been working in building this industry. We've come in at the tail end, but it's an extremely important part. We've supported this, as you know, but this is also going to be a big opportunity for us to show where the event can go. And every single one of you, I want to close with this, that every single one of you who are participating in this, you are also the builders of this. Long you've invested, you've taken this industry to where it is today. Many of you travel overseas, not just to attend, but to participate and win. That is also extremely important. I saw one of the horses that you raced just recently in Barbados. Yeah, they won. So the point is that we now are setting the stage where we are going to be able to be leaders of this industry. And it takes a coordinated and collective effort to do it. We have the potential and you have the support. Government is going to back this industry all the way. Thank you very much, and I wish you guys all the best.
Honorable Minister, thank you for delivering those kind remarks. However, I ask that you stand once more. Mr. Mohammed, Sr., I invite you to the forefront to hand over an award to Minister Ramson. Within our circle, we're now calling him the champion of the Guyana Horse Racing Authority Act 2025. So to the King of Kings and to the minister that made it possible through his ministry, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, on behalf of the entire horse racing fraternity, we extend our sincere thanks, Minister Ramson. Uncle Jumbo. Remain standing, please, Minister Ramson. I'll assist you with this. I'm inviting thank you, Mr. Mohammed. I am now inviting Mr. Mohammed Jr. to the forefront as he will now receive the first of many of our invitation boxes. The first reveal will be done to Minister. One second. Cameras, you may want to zoom in for this.
This invitation honors your leadership, your influence, and your place in our nation's story. As we celebrate 17 years of excellence, we are humbled to host you at the heart of it all, a gathering of visionaries and builders of Guyana's future. This year, our sport is reborn with national regulation and global reach. Your presence marks this moment as more than a race. It becomes history. We are honored by your presence. Welcome to the Golden Year.
Thank you very much. Junior, I'm going to ask you to come once more to the podium, please. We do have one other special recognition award before we come to an official close of the program. That award will be going to Mr. Javed. Javed, you're recognized in more ways than one. And Mr. Mohammed is going to give a brief remark on that, and we'll do your handover.
All right, so good evening again. I didn't prepare anything for this, but Hamo was supposed to basically have this covered. Hamo, can you?
Javed, you're obviously being recognized for the development of horse racing in Guyana and football. The trophy was obviously provided by Trophy Stall in your honor, and we thank you for your contributions to both the horse racing fraternity and the football community. To close the program officially, I now invite Mr. Navin Ramnath, who will provide the official vote of thanks. Folks, this is my final moment on the podium, and I thank you all for coming here. I enjoyed this experience with all of you, and I look forward to enjoying Guyana Cup 2025, making it bigger, better, and more enjoyable for all of us.
Thank you, Hema. Good evening, everyone. Our sincere thanks to the Honorable Charles Ramson, Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports. Your presence here today shows your real support for horse racing in Guyana, adds great value to this event. Thank you. On behalf of the Jumbo Jet Racing Committee, I just want to say a big thank to you, each and everyone who helped make today such a huge success. To our sponsors, thank you for backing us year after year and helping us raise the bar. And to all the horse owners, jockey fans, thank you for showing up, showing love, and keeping the sports alive and growing. We made a goal to keep the sport open and accessible to everyone. Judging by the turnout today, it's working. Let's going to grow the sports together. We look forward in seeing all of you next week at the 17th run of the Guyana Cup. It's going to be big, better, and more exciting than ever. Thank you.
All right, it's me again. Just to say, let's have some fun now. The bar is open. The rest of the evening is all over to you now, and please make the best of it. Thank you very much, everyone.
Soca Kingdom. Soca Kingdom. Soca Kingdom, who ready? We now start, get ready day. Set up on start, meet we on the way. We lining up, ready to charge ahead. Forward is not enough, I want you to jump up. Trample the ground now, we headed to downtown. Girl all on the railing, so much woman are trailing. Follow the big song, get ready to mash down. All in the stadium, the whole of the kingdom come down. Time to show me your waves, time to get out of line. You're born and ready for pace. Come and wine in the roadway, all in front of the gateway, all in front of the people business day. This is the kingdom. Wine and free it up, wine and free it up, free it up, wine and free it up, wine and free it up. Every beat and age, free it up, wine and free it up. Every road is a stage, free it up, wine and
The west side is the west side.
The battle returns on Sunday, August 17th. The 17th running of the Guyana Cup gallops into action at Rising Sun Turf Club. Who takes it this time? Slingers again? Jagdeo Stables, Jumbo Jet Racing Stable, or will Jay's Racing Stable crush the competition and rewrite history? Over $50 million in cash and prizes on the line. Gates open 9 a.m. First race at 11 a.m. Concert from 7 p.m. Powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. Jumbo Jet, AJM Enterprise, Seesaw Mechanical Workshop, Alvin Charamuto, Associated Construction, Jay's Supermarket, Chris Jagdeo Construction, Forrester, JS Engineering, the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, and One Guyana. This is horsepower. This is racing. This is the Guyana Cup. Guyana Cup. Guyana, are you ready for the experience of a lifetime? On Sunday, August 17th, the Rising Sun Turf Club transforms into the ultimate festival of sport and culture. The 17th running of the Guyana Cup by day and the Super Concert by night. Live on stage, the King of Soca, Marshall Montano, and the Monk Band. Dance Hall's Gaza General, Popcorn, and the Chutney King, Ravi B, and his full band. 20,000 fans, one massive celebration. General, VIP, and VVIP zones waiting for you. This epic day is powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country and Jumbo Jet. And brought to you by Faisal Excavating, Sawa Investment Inc., BM Soat, Saw Construction Inc., the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, and One Guyana. Get your tickets now. August 17th, the Guyana Cup and Super Concert. Don't miss it. First time ever in Berbice. The concert of a lifetime is here. Yo, one golden stage. Ravi B, Popcorn, Marshall Montano. On the golden event, August 17th at the Rising Sun Turf Club, the Guyana Cup, presented by Jumbo Jet, powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. First time ever in Berbice. The concert of a lifetime is here. Yo, one golden stage. Ravi B, Popcorn, Marshall Montano. On the golden event, August 17th at the Rising Sun Turf Club, the Guyana Cup, presented by Jumbo Jet, powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country. First time ever in Berbice. The concert of a lifetime is here. Yo, one golden stage. Ravi B, Popcorn, Marshall Montano. On the golden event, August 17th at the Rising Sun Turf Club, the Guyana Cup, presented by Jumbo Jet, powered by Banks Beer. Have fun in Banks Country.